This is Mr. Moriwaki. He's the director of Katamari Part 3 or Part 4, depending on how you want to count them. The game is still in development, but he'll do his best to answer any questions you have today. Basically, the point of the game is to roll your Katamari, which is a ball, roll it around the environment and collect objects which stick to the Katamari, and basically to make the Katamari as large as possible for the main character of the game, which is the king of all cosmos, and you play the part of the prince of all cosmos. They're the main characters. They're quite quirky and interesting. And also another main feature of the game is the music, of course. It's an awesome soundtrack. Absolutely brilliant. Well, previous Katamaris were very well received from a game design standpoint, so we haven't really altered the basic game very much. Being on the Xbox platform, of course, will be high definition, widescreen with surround sound, so they're the most noticeable features first off. Apart from that, the gameplay we haven't really messed around with too much. We wanted to take advantage of the hardware, of course, of the advanced specs of the new hardware. Mainly the online functionality part is the main thing that we wanted to challenge ourselves with. Regarding graphical style, it will be displayed in a higher resolution, but we're keeping the original style as much as possible. So you won't see too many changes in that area. At first we thought that Katamari didn't really lend itself very well to online play. The main point of the game is to respond to the king's requests and roll around the levels by yourself. After playing the VS mode we sort of realised that okay, it's pretty fun. So we're trying to develop this a little further. It is quite difficult because the game is basically originally wasn't designed for a multiplayer environment or multiplayer game rules. So it's something we're working on, but it's very difficult at this stage. We're extremely glad, of course, that the soundtrack is so popular overseas, but it's actually quite strange. The actual concept behind the soundtrack was basically they've been using entertainers or singers who were popular 10, 20 years ago, and they felt that sort of matched the atmosphere of the game. The atmosphere in the game of the sort of quite old, quaint Japanese streets, etc. So they felt that the music using these old artists would match that style. So they're actually quite, and they thought that would appeal to fans in Japan, of course, but it's actually appealed to a lot wider audience, which we're quite surprised about. And, didn't really want to make a second. It was pretty public knowledge, but he decided that they're going to make a sequel, and in order to do it well, he wanted to be involved. After Katamari 2, he started working on his next project. But obviously, as a franchise, Katamari is very important to our company, so obviously we'll keep on going. Yeah. And just Igarashi-san is saying that it's not that Takahashi-san didn't want to do it anymore, it's just that Takahashi-san has other ideas that he wants to work on, which is why he's no longer involved with the Katamari series generally. Takahashi-san basically, he really wanted to try and work on his new projects. He's trying to achieve more and express more of, I don't know how you say it, Takahashi world. He's quite a strange guy. Nice guy, but yeah, of course, but yeah. I think with Katamari, the whole package just came together so well. The basic gameplay was so simple, but the graphical style, the humour and the music just all came together so well to make such a great package. It wasn't just one particular aspect of the game that made it so successful. One thing is we think that